What's up guys, Spin Firearms here, and today I'm going to be showing you guys how to put on everyday carry grips on your firearm. Now, for me, I don't put them on every carry firearm that I own, but I do put them on majority. Majority of the handguns that people put out nowadays, or companies put out, have very little texturing, and very little texturing in the right spots where you want it. Especially my favorite firearm, the Glock 26. Now, the Gen 5s are a little better than the Gen 3s and Gen 4s, but still, the Gen 5s have terrible texturing. The Glock 43X, terrible texturing. There's so many great firearms out here with literally terrible texturing. Therefore, I definitely go out and think it's willing to buy $20 grips. These are the Talon Pro grips. These are about $20 to $25. I think it depends on the model. I don't do it for the look, even though they do look really good. I do it for the feel, and here's why. They make sandpaper grips and they make rubber grips, right? Picture them over here. Take the two and put them together, but only take the good traits, right? From the sandpaper, you get the grip. From the rubber, you get the comfort. Put the two together without the rubbing through your shirts from the sandpaper and the slippery part from the rubber, if that makes sense. I hope that was explained well. It made sense in my head. But that is why I go with Talon Pro grips. They are the best in the business, and I just want to say, literally, no money, no transaction. I bought this myself. This is not an advertisement. Just awesome, awesome products for everyday carry, right? So first step is obviously clearing your firearm. This is a Glock 26 Gen 3. As you can see, it is clear, and excess fiber optic sights with a blacked out rear, my go-to. Then just a mil-spin American flag backplate. Literally, this is all they send you. You know, they send you the grips and an alcohol wipe. So you're literally just going to take the alcohol wipe off. And, you know, I usually do this part first, then I go get all my stuff, my, hair dryer and all that. I'll do that after because I like to let the alcohol dry. Sometimes it takes a while. So, just give it a good rubbing. Make sure your hands are clean prior to doing this. The oils on your hands can affect how it sticks. And generally, these grips, if you put it on right, if you do it right, but that's the key, you have to do it right, you can get a good year to 2 years of a lot of shooting and a lot of carrying out of them. Generally, that's what it is. On the low end, I've gotten a year out of them before I have some peel off or rip. And then on the good end, you get about 2 years. I'll blow on it just to speed up the process. But basically, as you can see, you're starting to see all the moisture leave. That alcohol is starting to dry off and leave a very nice, clean surface. You see that? So we are ready to go. And also, I did clean this table prior to sitting down. Therefore, there's nothing excess on the table that could potentially prevent this from slipping. Now, that's the easy part. Talking, it's weird, but for me, that's the easy part in all this. Putting the grips on is where I suck. I know how to do it. I know how to make them last, all that. But I'm terrible at actually lining the stuff up. I don't know why it is. It just always seems like that. But yeah, we'll do it. And you always got to make sure with the Talon grips that these get tucked underneath, which I'll show you in a second, okay? I'm going to be trying to do this while I'm filming, so it's going to be a little hard. So just give me a break if I mess it up. So how I do it is I like to try and match that Glock logo, right? Obviously, I'm doing a pretty bad job. You can readjust later. They're not always cut for the perfect shape, which is... Hold on, guys. I think I got it. There we go. So they're not always cut perfectly, is what I have noticed. Any grip company that I have bought from before, seriously, they don't always get it right. The machines are sometimes a little messed up. I don't know what it is, but generally they do a pretty good job. Now remember, we still got to get these two pieces underneath, right? You got to wrap underneath if they reach. I don't know if they will. Yeah, they will. So all my other ones, you just put that down. You don't stick it all the way, but then you just take the finger pieces, pull hard. Make sure you got them where you want them. I want mine a little lower. Pull hard and stick. Hold it for a second. Now grab your other one, put it where you want it, and stick. Now the key part is what's about to happen, right? So go around the whole entire grip. Now we have those locked in underneath. And then when we heat it up, you have the adhesive from these finger grooves, and that's going to be on the frame. That's what's going to stick. And then you're going to heat up, obviously, the grip on top of the finger grooves, and that's going to stick to the grip beneath, which is already stuck to the frame. But that is the key. So on top of that, so go around, press everything. That is a big thing. Make sure you're pressing in because these don't always touch down on the frame, and so it'll start peeling from the inside out. Really press in on any indents, any corners, any pieces. Just really make sure they're in there, right? and then grip the gun like this and just squeeze. Squeeze exactly where your fingers are always going to be. Make sure everything is down. Another place that tends to start peeling is right up here. This is where stuff starts to peel. And a lot of times that's from people overlapping that pinhole with the grip. So if it's, as long as it's out of the way of the pinholes, you're going to be good every time you take your firearm completely apart for a full-on cleaning and inspection. So overall, love these. These are the Talon Pro Series grips. The one thing I do wish they would did differently, right? I wish they gave you the memory pads. Glock doesn't stipple anything on the frame up here, let alone anywhere else on the firearm. But I do like that because I like for new gun owners to remember to keep that finger off the trigger by having a little piece here, muscle memory, feeling that grip, but also to fight a little bit of recoil. I mean, it's a Glock 26, very, very flat shooting handgun, very small handgun, very flat shooting, so you don't necessarily need it, but I do like having it because it's pretty consistent on a lot of other firearms I have, and some other grip companies do offer those memory pads, but they don't come with the Talon grips. But it's simple. This right here, this not only looks sort of nice, which I said I don't care about how it looks, but it also helps with recoil. Your grip is a big thing, and when you find a firearm that fits your hand really well and is ergonomic but is lacking that texture, sometimes, you know, when it's hot out or whatever the case may be, you can slip a little bit. When you throw these grips on, your life will be changed. Trust me. Go get a pair of Talon Pro grips right now. Come back to me in 2 weeks. Tell me how you like them. You will absolutely love these things. Go ahead. Oh yeah, the last part. This is most important, right? The last part. Before you can do anything, I don't want to do it on video right now. Find a Milwaukee heat gun. Find any kind of heat gun. Grab a hairdryer from your wife or your daughter's cabinet and heat this thing up. And I'm going to show you how. I put it on high. I put it on the highest setting and the hottest setting. And I keep it about, you know, maybe 3-4 inches away from the frame. And then I'll go in and out. I'll get close to it. And I do this for about a minute. And I just evenly go in and out. In and out. And I press as I go, right? Heat, press, heat, press, heat, press. And when it's all done after a minute, I just grab it and grip it for about 10 seconds. And I promise you those grips will be locked in. And they'll last you about a year to 2. But the grips are the cheapest upgrade for a firearm that can literally change its performance. I'm just being real with you guys. That's why I always get comments asking, what are you using? What grips are those? Those look cool. What are they? Did you do your own stippling? So I always try to respond to people, but I don't get around to every comment. One, that takes a lot of time, and two, it's hard to find every single comment. But now, my Glock 26 everyday carry setup is 100% complete. The testing is done. This has ran 500 rounds flawlessly since I got it. Hollow points and training ammo. I have the exact defensive sights that I like on it. They're perfect. I mean, look at that. It's not even bright out right now. Perfect. And now I got the grips. Awesome base plate for 3-finger contact and better draw while still being concealable, because obviously this chunk is missing and that's the part that's hard to conceal. And we're good to go. Thanks for watching, guys.